Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Abiotic Factor. This is a game that you can currently find on Steam's Early Access program for about 25 bucks or so. When I stress Early Access, that means everything that you're about to see here is most definitely subject to change. So this is a survival game with Half-Life 2 graphics, but this game proves that you do not need beautiful, top-of-the-line graphics to make an excellent survival game. I mean, The Long Dark is another example of that. But this game, I went into it not sure. I was like, eh. But then I started getting into the base building and the story, and I'm hooked. I've been playing it for like 13 hours or so. What I do like is that you can set up the game any way you like. The only thing I don't like is that some of the options cannot be modified after you start your game. So if you realize that, oh, I wanted this turned off or I wanted this turned on, you're going to have to start the whole game over, which kind of sucks. You can choose a role whenever you first start your game. Your character is tied to that playthrough. And that kind of affects your starting, attributes like +3 to throwing or +2 to fortitude. Your character has various attributes that you'll be leveling up as you play. And that's another thing, like you'll be able to, just by doing things, leveling up various aspects of your character. There's also positive and negative traits that you can choose between. It's kind of similar to Project Zomboid that way, in that if you choose this role, you've got 7 points to spend, but you can get more points if you choose some negative traits. But if you choose positive traits, that'll spend your points. So you can pick the traits that you like. I went with the builder because, again, when I play these games, I prioritize and mostly enjoy the base building aspects of it. This game didn't disappoint in that, but at the same time, there are some things about the base building that I'm not too keen about. For example, you get raided every now and again. There's these portal spawns. Enemies will just spawn in your base. Now, yes, there is an upgrade that you can get for your workbench to prevent them from spawning within like a radius of it. But at the same time, you don't get that upgrade for quite a while. So I don't like the fact that I have all these defenses and then they're spawning in my base. That's one thing I didn't like. But again, I believe you can adjust that in the custom settings. But primarily, you're going to go around this facility. You start off as learning what your job's going to be. Like people are telling you how to. The tutorial's basically like, okay, your first day on the job, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's very comical in the way it's set up, but things go horribly wrong, and now you're left fending to deal with these creatures in the environment. I'm trying really hard not to spoil too many of those creatures because I want you to, exploration is part of the gameplay here. So the game is broken up into days, and you can play as many days as you want. But during the day, everything's hunky-dory. Any electric outlets scattered around will provide power. But at night, the power shuts off everywhere, and you have to rely on batteries in order to see your base through the night, assuming you want to do that. There is a hot and cold system in this game, and it gets cold at night. So, you need to at least, if you can, get a battery saved up with enough power to power your heater throughout the night. There is a sleep system in this game. Your character will get tired. There's a hunger and a thirst system. There's also a bathroom, requirement. So you'll need to go to the bathroom every now and again. And this bathroom involves a mini game where you're clicking the slider at the right time. You don't have to do that, but it just makes everything faster. Sleeping at night, there's a little jumpy, Angry Birds mini game kind of thing. But yeah, during the day, you go out and get resources. At night, you will sometimes get attacked, depending on how often you set that to happen in your sandbox settings. But at night, it's really cool because everything shuts off. And it's just really creepy. If you decide to stay up that night because, for whatever reason, you will hear screams. The ambiance is crazy. It's really good. So I just, when you're in the dark and all you've got are your lights around you that you've put up, and then you're hoping your battery doesn't run out. It's really cool. Eventually you can build a base anywhere, but the trick is finding a place that's relatively safe. There's a security office right where you first start in the cafeteria. That's where I spent the first 10, 11 hours. And then I recently moved to, I got a special thing that allowed me to unlock a new door. And now I'm in this new security office. and it's way bigger. And I set traps up everywhere in case things happen. That's where I spent most of my time, gathering resources so that I could put down traps. And yes, you can even in the sandbox settings have the items respawn over time, so that way you have an infinite supply of these resources. I recommend that only because it's very possible that you might run out of a certain resource, and you will need certain resources to craft certain items in order to progress to the next part of the game. But yeah, this game is fantastic. And the game even forces you to go out at night. There are these security bots that roam at night and take out the alien or the bugs, whatever they are, creatures, and you need stuff from the robots. So it took me some doing. I tried, one-on-one melee with it. It failed miserably. So the traps, I found are super important in this game. The spinning blade trap was great for those robots. The floor traps automatically recharge without needing to be connected to a battery or anything, or a wall power source. Those are great for like the ground running aliens or bugs, wherever they are. So yeah, your goal here is just go around this environment, figure out how to unlock the next area, and progress the story. You can upgrade your workbench, like I was saying earlier. You can attach a warmer to it. There's an item transporter, which will allow you to pull from various boxes near you, but your repair bench doesn't do that, which is unfortunate. So I hope in the future the developer just automatically allows you to pull your items from nearby benches, regardless of what it is. Again, there's a skill tree of sorts. You don't actually get to pick anything on that skill tree. Rather, as you run, as you carry things, as you attack with bladed weapons, that respective skill goes up and you unlock new abilities. So there's a reason to keep doing what you're doing with a particular thing, to level it up and get new skills and new abilities. Again, encumbering yourself will increase your strength. So there's a reason to like keep your backpack full so that you can just level up your strength attribute. So yeah, like my only complaint, like I said, is that I'm 13 hours into the game, and the technology required to stop things from spawning in my base, I haven't unlocked it yet. That being said, aside from that particular issue, this is a fantastic game. I recommend it. And again, this is multiplayer. I've been playing the solo for, again, 13, 14 hours. I would love to play with my fiance or my friends. So, if I happen to get more press keys in the future, be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I really enjoyed this game. I really did. I really recommend it. I have to warn you, though, the learning curve is a little high, and interacting with certain things can be a little backwards. For example, like, let's say you want to boil some dirty water, or tainted water as it's called. You'd think, okay, I've got the empty pot, I put it on the burner, and then I'm going to use my little container to pour dirty or my tainted water into the pot. No, you have to bring the pot to the swimming pool or wherever the tainted water is, fill it up, and then bring the pot back. You can't like dump smaller containers into larger containers, from what I've seen. It's backwards and how that all works out. But that being said, this is early access. There's going to be issues. There's going to be improvements. And I look forward to seeing the rest of this game. I just sincerely hope that the game doesn't do something incredibly unfair at some point down the road to where I have to start over and mess with more sandbox settings to make it to my liking. But other than that, I have no complaints. I'm really enjoying it. Well, there you go, folks. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I will catch y'all next time. Take care.